Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
This podcast is supported by FX's English Teacher. Last year's critically acclaimed series returns to follow Evan, Gwen, and Marky as they vie for their students' divided attention. See why Cosmopolitan called its premiere season a masterclass of comedy, while Glamour raved it's the year's funniest and most heartwarming new comedy series. FX's English Teacher, all new Thursdays on FX. All episodes now streaming on Hulu.
Stop getting ripped off on your cruise. What if I told you that on nearly every cruise, passengers are unknowingly throwing money away? That's right. Behind the fancy buffets, the all-inclusive smiles, and the ocean views lie a system designed to separate you from your cash. Yeah, welcome to today's episode where I reveal the 7 sneaky ways cruise lines are ripping you off and how you can outsmart them actually. If you're planning a cruise or even just dreaming of one, you will want to listen. Yes, we have a great show in store for you. And I learned a lot. All right. Now, we're first going to go into the drink package trap. Yeah, the first trap is the drink package. It sounds like a good deal. Unlimited drinks for a one flat price. Yeah, sounds good, right? But here's the catch. Most people don't drink nearly enough to make it like worth how much you spend it, right? Between these ports, excursions, and simply not wanting a cocktail at 9 a.m. in the morning, which, yeah, some people know that's not normal. Yeah, the average passenger loses money on these packages, right? And one thing is that the cruise lines know this. That's why they push them so hard, if you're wondering. Now, instead, calculate honestly how much you'll drink and pay per drink if needed. That's my advice. Trust me, it's often much cheaper because you drink less, right? Now, before we move on, quick shout outs to our friends at All Glory. allglory.com. Now, whether it's for your home or for your RV or you take or on your travels, All Glory has you covered with the highest quality of retro jerseys and old school stuff. You can get patriotic stuff on there as well too. Durable weather resistance and also made to last. I'll drop a link below so you could actually grab yours. And fly pride today, man. You could actually get some great deals on Old Glory. Check out the site and just use our code. Let them know we sent you. ISLANDVACATION. Island vacation. That's in one word, right? Now, let's move to the next trap. Trap number 2. The overpriced shore excursion illusion. Yep. Trap number 2. The shore excursion travel illusion sold by the cruise lines. They promise safety, convenience, exclusivity, but at 2 to 3 times the cost of booking directly from the local operator, where the money also gets a chance to circulate within that country that you visit, right? That's why you're visiting, I hope, right? Here's the secret. Most of these stores are the exact same ones you find yourself online or at the pier or from your agent, often with smaller groups and better service, especially if you get it from an agent, right? The cruise line just takes a hefty cut, so do your research beforehand, right? That's all they're doing is just take a big hefty cut out of it because they're providing like the planning of it. So they just take a hefty cut and they're actually planning it in bigger groups. So if you're somebody that would like bigger groups and you actually want a private tour, book it in advance or book it for your travel agent. I'll advise you. Right? The next myth would be the exclusive specialty dining myth. Specialty dining. Cruise lines love to upsell you on steakhouse dinners or Italian nights for $40, $50, or even $70 per person. But here's the truth. The main dining room or even the buffets already offer high quality meals included in your fare. I could tell you about that. I used to work on the ship. My very first place I worked on the ship was in the galley. The galley is in the kitchen. Top chefs inside of there. No mediocre chefs would be in there, right? Specialty dining isn't necessarily better. I'll tell you that much. It's just marketed as exclusive, so it makes you want it, right? Scarcity or the yearn for it, right? Unless you're after a very specific experience, skip the upcharge and enjoy food you've already paid for. That would be my advice. You could do at least one specialty dinner, but I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's worth it, right? Now, let's take a second break, guys, to say a thank you to our another sponsor, which is Cozy Earth, right? Cozy Earth. You probably heard of them. Called the softest sheets in the world. That's their slogan. And I can tell you, they live up to the hype. 2 bedrooms in my house have Cozy Earth bed sheets in there. They're bamboo bed sheets. Breathable, eco-friendly bamboo fabric that keeps you cool at night. So you're feeling cool under the sheets. Which is exactly what you need after a long day of cruising or traveling or work specifically. Now, even Oprah herself swears by them. And now I do as well too. So does the family. Use my link in the description, guys. That is Cozy Earth. And use our discount code, which is Island Vacation, to get a very big discount. I think it's like 45% discount, right? So visit Cozy Earth and use our discount code Island Vacation and let them know we sent you. That is ISLAND VACATION, Island Vacation, right? Now, next on the list of traps, we are number 4, the outrageous onboard Wi-Fi ripoff. Here's trap number 4. And I'll give you a funny story about my life, how I made money in the ship. Onboard Wi-Fi. Cruise lines charge obscene rates for slow, unreliable connection. Why? Because they know passengers crave connectivity to the internet. They want to stay connected. But you don't have to play along with that game. Let me tell you. Instead, use free Wi-Fi in ports. Download your content in advance or buy a local SIM card when you dock. They're cheap, right? Paying $20 a day to send an email isn't worth it. It could wait until you get in port. Now, I'll tell you a funny story about my first contract on a cruise ship. I used to be on Norwegian Cruise Line, then on the Norwegian Dawn, to be specific. I once saved somebody's life on there. I wanted to go home, and he blessed me with a SIM card. I can't even remember his name. I wish I could see him one day and just, thank him. It made my experience on the cruise ship a little bit different from others. He had a SIM card, and he handed it to me. He told me that it makes free phone calls at sea. I thought he was kidding, but he did let me use the phone once. So when he was leaving the ship, I gave him some DVDs with some reggae concerts and stuff, which was amazing. And he handed me the SIM card. When I put the SIM card in my phone, anytime I was about a mile away from any shoreline, any country, the SIM card would go crazy. The phone would go crazy, showing different providers, right? O2, AT&T, T-Mobile, just a whole heap of different ones, international ones as well. But once we're at sea in the ocean, that SIM card worked. And let me tell you, I started helping people on the ship. One day I met this guy after work, crying in a corner in the kitchen, an Indian guy. And I asked him, like, what's up? What's going on? Like, why are you crying? I'm just that kind of person. I was raised like that. He tells me that his wife is pregnant at home and he missed her. He just got on the ship a few days ago and he has no money to even call her or talk to her. He hasn't talked to her in a few days and he's worried. Me being who I am, I decided to hand my phone to him and tell him he could make a phone call and call her to tell her, he loves her and, check on his family, but come back and don't let anybody knows that he made the phone call. He came back. He was so happy. The next day, when I'm coming back from work, walking along the same way, he comes to my workstation and tells me how he has some friends that they would love to use the phone and rent the phone from me.
This episode is brought to you by Tic Tac. Your boss is going off at you for missing a deadline and you swear the clock just moved backwards. Suddenly, you remember the pack of Tic Tacs on your desk. Now you're riding horseback on the beach, the smell of citrus in the air. And what's this? Your boss is sitting behind you, breathing heavenly fresh mint? Refresh your mouth and mind and share your good vibes with Tic Tac.
This episode is brought to you by Nature's Bounty. Nature's Bounty believes your body is brilliant, naturally designed to thrive, inside and out. For those always looking for new ways to support your health from head to heels, Nature's Bounty has a range of over 400 vitamins and supplements born from 50 years of trust and care. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature. Visit naturesbounty.com to learn more.
Guys, that one phone helped me help the whole cruise ship get calls at a cheaper discount than we get it at staff. I took care of my people from my islands. Everybody from my island got free phone calls. I started renting it to the captains, staff captains, bar managers and stuff. Made enough money, fly my mom to England, fly my mom to America. And that's how I actually got to save money and send it back to my island and have my mom hold it there for me, that I could get off the cruise ship earlier than the rest of my friends. So I thought that was just a story that y'all probably want to know. Y'all probably never heard anything like that. Yes, because the calls and the internet is so expensive on the ship that having a phone that could have made the calls, also I could have used the internet on my phone. Yeah, so that worked out for me. So I just felt like I should give you all that quick story. So we're going to move next to trap number 5. Yes, the automatic gratuity maze. Trap number 5 is gratuities. You usually hear them mention gratuities when you're booking a cruise or something like that, right? Cruise lines automatically add daily gratuities to your bill, sometimes without making it obvious, which is very sad. While I firmly believe in tipping crew members, cruise lines often pocket part of these service charges instead of passing them fully to the staff. I can tell you that. It's barely any extra. I remember seeing based on gratuities on the ship, we'll get no percentages, but there's nothing like $100 extra or anything like that. So I totally stand by that. Always check your bill, and if you prefer, hand cash tips directly to the crew who serves you. Yes, hand cash to them. It goes a long way. When they get to different countries, they could use it to buy phone cards to call their family, buy cell phones, buy food, buy clothes, save it as well, right? It has nothing to do with the cruise ship. They cannot take taxes of it or anything like that. It ensures they actually receive your appreciation. And I could tell you, I appreciated when people gave me cash gratuities as well, right? Now, guys, this episode is also brought to you by Skoni, the footwear brand designed for comfort without sacrificing your style. Perfect for travel days, short excursions, or just walking the deck. Yeah. Lightweight, breathable, and supportive, Skoni shoes are built for adventure like you. It's the only cult shoes without spikes, right? Check them out and upgrade your wardrobe today, right? Don't forget, you could actually use our code Island Vacation. Let them know we sent you. I think you get 15% off, right? Now we're going to go to trap number 6. Ooh, ghost inside of here. The odds, guys, of you skipping trap number 6 is you don't like gambling or you just stay away from that place. Trap number 6 is onboard casinos. Those bright lights, free drinks, the lure of hitting it big. But there's a secret. The odds are even worse than on land. Cruise ship casinos operate on the international water, which means looser regulations, guys. You're more likely to lose. That translates into tighter machines and bigger losses. If you want entertainment, set a strict, very strict budget. Otherwise, stay clear of the casino. I'll give you a story about a friend of mine that had an experience, and it was very sad because of just the circumstances. I had this friend from Africa, Zimbabwe. Big up yourself, Teach. Never got to talk to him again. Not even sure what part of the world he is, but he was a pilot. It's a crazy thing. Teach came to work on a cruise ship to be able to come on this side of the world, the western side of the world, so he could fly over islands and, be close to the ocean and see the beach and stuff because he's from Zimbabwe. He got a job in the casino. Very intelligent young man. We befriended one another and stuff. One day I'm working in the crew bar and it's very early, like 6 o'clock. He comes back down running. We just came from the crew mess, eating dinner. Went to work, but he runs down to the bar. I come check me and tells me, yo, I need some drinks. I'm going to need to drink. So I'm like, what's up? What happened? He tells me how he's at the slot machine, the poker table. And this Asian man comes to the table and he starts gambling and stuff. And within maybe about half an hour of the casino opening, he lost $250,000. Yeah, within half an hour of the ship reaching in international waters, he already lost that money. And he's telling me this, and I can't even conceptualize $250,000 because I'm doing the math like $250,000 times my currency, 2.65. That's $500,000 plus, almost $600,000. So we're like, what? That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. My math might be off, way off. But it was so flabbergasting that the ship gave him an upgrade on a room, which is a $25,000 a week suite, and gave him extra credits to go in the casino for the rest of the cruise, which was just mind-boggling to us. So they'll encourage you to spend money. Where of the casino trap? I told you that, right? Now, trap number 7, the art auction deception. Yes, guys, trap number 7, the art auctions. Cruise lines make these events feel so exclusive, promising, investment quality at discount prices. Just those top tier words and exclusivity. In reality, these are mass-produced prints with inflated values. And I won't say all because I've seen some amazing art on some of those cruise ships. Like MSC had some amazing art. But you have to be aware. Rarely does anyone walk away with a real investment. Like, I mean, a piece of art that you purchased and then come to find out it's worth $10 million, $20 million, $50 million, $100 million, or even priceless. Not off a cruise ship. There's other places for that. Now, if you like the art, fine, but don't think you're scoring a masterpiece, right? If you like the art, that's absolutely fine. Go for it. That's absolutely fine. Buy the art. We love art. It's everywhere. But be aware. Be aware. You're not scoring a masterpiece or no Leonardo da Vinci or anything like that, or Picasso or anything like that, or Mona Lisa or anything like that, right? Now, guys, we want to give another shout out. I want to give them a big thank you to All Glory, right, for supporting this channel. Remember, whether you're traveling across the US or sailing across the world, there's no better way to carry a piece of home with you than American history through culture and art. You could find some great pieces, Jimi Hendrix t-shirts, cartoon t-shirts, and memorabilia, nostalgic memorabilia as well. So check out Old Glory and use our code Island Vacation, ISLAND VACATION. We sent you, right? And finally, guys, we have the hidden medical center cost. That's drop number 8, medical costs. Now, cruise ship medical centers are notoriously expensive. If you haven't been there, try not to go. Very expensive. Even for minor issues, little things, it will cost you some money, right? Something as small as seasickness medication can cost triple the price you'd pay at home. And word from me, the seasickness cure is actually on the ship. Yeah, let them know I told you that. Green apple, right? So my advice to you is always pack basic medications and check your travel insurance coverage before you sail. That is my word advice to you, right? Double check your insurance. Make sure you always have insurance on your trips. We always try to make sure we encourage people to do that because you want to be safe than sorry, right? Now, guys, here you have it. The 8 common ways cruise lines are overcharging you. You got to be aware. Be vigilant of what's going on around you. Also, I told you how to avoid them as well. So you can't play like you don't know. You now know. When you know better, do better. And if you're ready to plan a cruise without any stress at all, without the traps, and with a trusted advisor by your side, guys, visit Island Vacation Travel Agency at islandvacays.com, or as they say, islandvacs.com, ISLANDVACAS.com. We will be able to help you and navigate through all the little tricks and tips those cruise lines put along the way. So you could also check out our podcast, Island Vacation Travel Podcast, for more listening tips, and swing by IVTA Wear Travel Store. That is at www.ivtasore.com for your travel gear merch. Right? We have some great deals with Amazon. So we have some great customer service and some timely customer service as well. Guys, all the links will be in the description. And a final thank you to our sponsors, Old Glory, and also Cozy Earth, not forgetting Scony. They help keep this channel going so we can keep helping you cruise or travel smarter. Guys, until next time, fair winds and following the seas. It's how we have fun in the sun. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and see you next time.